Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into the work of a single creator, Michel, and trust me, it's a fascinating puzzle. On one side, you've got this world of impenetrable cybersecurity, and on the other, deeply personal poetry and guides to building relationships. So how on earth do those two things connect? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out.
I mean, just look at this. On the left, you see a phrase that sounds like it was pulled from a top-secret security briefing. Vaultless, keyless, hashless. It's all about precision, logic, and systems. Then, on the right, you get this line from a poem. A wild design, defying ours. It's beautiful, it's emotional, it's totally human. The wild part? The same person is behind both. So the real question is, how? What is the common thread here?
So to get to the bottom of this, here's our game plan. We're going to start by exploring these two very different worlds, the professional and the personal. Then we'll look at a project that seems to be the bridge between them, and finally, we're going to uncover that single, unifying idea, the blueprint, that ties this all together.
All right, let's start in the world of high-stakes, pure logic, and complex systems, cybersecurity. This is what we're calling the professional purpose, or telos. It's all centered around a company called Blocksmith, and its goal is, well, it's nothing less than creating absolute digital protection.
Now, before we go any further, we have to understand this core concept, the telos file. This isn't just some fluffy mission statement. Think of it as a master blueprint, a formal, strategic document that makes sure every single project, every line of code, serves one big, overarching mission. It's the North Star for the entire operation.
And this is the core strategy laid out in that blueprint. Let's break this down real quick because it's pretty brilliant. Vaultless means you get rid of the big, centralized treasure chest of secrets. No vault, no single juicy target for hackers. Keyless means keys aren't just sitting around waiting to be stolen, they're created on the fly only when needed. And hashless, that's about making stolen passwords basically useless. You can see how each step builds on the last to create this incredibly tough digital fortress.
So here's the key takeaway. The goal here isn't just better security, it's ultimate protection. That's a huge claim. It's an absolute all-in mission to defend against any digital threat you can possibly imagine. You can feel the intensity in that goal.
And this isn't just an idea on paper, it's real. The Plione Security Suite is the proof. You've got products for authentication, for unbreakable passwords, for stopping ransomware. Each one is a specific tool built directly from that vaultless, keyless, hashless blueprint.
Okay, now take a deep breath. We're about to do a complete 180. We're leaving the cold, hard logic of servers and code and stepping into the messy, beautiful world of human emotion and connection. The language is going to change, but what's amazing is that underlying drive to engineer something resilient, it's just as strong here. This quote just perfectly sets the scene, doesn't it? It frames a loving relationship not as some accident of fate, but as a delicate system. A system that needs constant, disciplined management to survive, especially when the world outside is cold and chaotic. It has to be intentionally built and protected. And check this out. Sound familiar? Just like the Blocksmith roadmap, we've got a structured, phased approach. 42 Steps to Conscious Love isn't just a list of tips, it's a systematic process. You start with yourself, you build the connection, you learn how to handle conflict, and then you reach a mature partnership. It's another blueprint. And this is where it really comes together. There's this other concept of building a focus fort, a way to protect your attention and your inner peace from all the chaos and distractions of the modern world. That language, fort, a defensive structure, it's the same idea, engineering security, but this time for our own minds and hearts. So we have these two worlds, right? One is busy building digital fortresses, the other is building emotional ones. They seem completely separate, but now we get to the synthesis. There's a venture called Asdol, and it's the bridge that finally connects these two passions.
So, at its very core, Adelaide is all about a deeply human problem. We're not talking about data breaches or system hacks. We're talking about the internal struggles so many teenagers face, loneliness, anxiety, and just figuring out how to build healthy habits and connections.
And here it is, the big aha moment. The language is a mirror image. Blocksmith provides ultimate protection from external digital threats. Adal, on the other hand, provides tools for emotional security against internal threats. The goal is exactly the same, security. It's just applied to a different domain. This table just lays it all out perfectly.
On the left, you've got Blocksmith, tackling external threats with a resilient tech system. On the right, Autolay, tackling internal threats with a resilient human system built on self-care and connection. It is the exact same problem-solving method. Design a robust system to protect something valuable from the forces of chaos.
Okay, we've seen the parallels, we've found the bridge, so now let's zoom all the way out and finally put a name to that single unifying purpose, the core telos that's been driving everything we've talked about. This is the master blueprint behind it all.
So here it is. The unified telos is this deep, core drive to engineer security. It's about creating order and intentionality as a defense against chaos. And it doesn't matter if that chaos is a hacker trying to breach a server or the internal storm of anxiety that disrupts our peace. The fundamental response is the same. Build a resilient, well-designed fortress to keep what's valuable safe.
And that really brings us to one final thought, one that's a little more personal. When you see a purpose laid out so clearly like this, it can't help but make you wonder. If you looked at all of your own passions, your projects, the things you care about, what's the common thread? What's the blueprint for your own telos?